everybody, welcome back to my table of three. I'm Keri and I'm super happy you stopped by to watch this video, my last video of 2017. It's also the first video I've done in a couple weeks. The last being an update on how we were and why I'd been absent. As I said then, it was a busy part of the season. I know you all were busy too, and I hope each one of you had a very blessed and happy Christmas. Any other holiday that you celebrate, if you don't celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, or any other holiday, I hope you had a happy and blessed holiday as well with your family. We had a wonderful Christmas with family. I would say the worst part about it is we've been terribly sick. You may can hear it. I'm still recovering. I am a whole lot better than I was. I ended up with the flu the week before Christmas. My husband was sick the week before that, seemed to be on the mend, but later after Christmas, about Christmas Day, he started feeling worse, and he ended up with pneumonia. So it's been a sickly house this last week in 2017. Excuse me, and it has not been fun, but we're still blessed. So I thought I would just pop in and share with you guys what we've been doing. Today is New Year's Eve, so December 31st. We're going to have a snackapalooza, as we call it, today and tomorrow, which means I just like to prepare a lot of finger foods, and I will share that video with you at probably on January 1st, so probably tomorrow. I hope to get this one out today just to say hello, and I'm sorry I've been MIA, and I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas. But while we're doing it, I wanted to share with you guys something that I've been doing today. I was fortunate enough to get a gift for Christmas that I'm really excited about. I know many of you will say, Keri, why has it taken you this long to get on board? Which I wonder myself, but it wasn't always in the budget for me to buy one myself. But my sister Mariah recently, for Christmas, gave me an Instant Pot. So I'm super excited. I went back and forth with myself, wondering if I would actually use the Instant Pot. I know I've heard fabulous things about the Instant Pot, and as a part-time working mom outside of the house and a homeschooling mom, fast, quick meals are my jam. And if you know me, I love to meal prep. So today, as a practice run, test run for my Instant Pot, I've been doing a little bit of prep, and I'm going to take you with me and show you some of the stuff I've done. I just did a water test, which I didn't record that, but the manual just says to put 3 cups of water in, do a steam, and then a natural release, and then I took it out after it was finished and cooled off, washed it real good with soap and water, and then, you guys, you know what they say, always start out with boiled eggs. So that's what I did. I did 6 boiled eggs. I'm going to show you how I did that in a few minutes and how that turned out, and then now I am going to work on some chicken breasts. Yesterday we went on a grocery haul, really quick. We were out of everything. They were calling for bad weather, so I was like, we've got to go. So my husband, bless his heart, he just sat in the car because he's still too sick. And I just, lots of hand sanitizer, covered my mouth, all that. Grab what we needed, and we come straight home. Now we're in for several days until we can finish getting over all this so we don't spread it to anyone else. So today I am just playing with the Instant Pot and learning. Like I said, I'm repeating myself. I can feel this repeat mode in my mom brain, and I think part of that's still recovering. I can't hardly focus. I don't even remember right now what I've said to you before, so if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry, guys. So now I'm going to do some chicken. We went on a grocery haul, like I said. That's where I was going with that rabbit trail. I got lost. I was fortunate enough to find at our discount grocery store boneless, skinless, matter of fact, any kind of chicken, but my favorite is boneless, skinless chicken breast for 25 cents a pound. What? Don't stop it. Don't rewind it. You heard it right. 25 cents a pound. All of it is short dated, which means it's going to go out some in January, but it's been frozen, and I have it frozen, so it'll be fine in the freezer, and we'll use it. I'm going to cook a lot of it up and freeze it in individual portions or family-sized portions. That way we can pull it out for tacos or fajita rice, things like that. So I'm going to try my hand at the shredded chicken today in the Instant Pot. I'm going to take you with me and show you how I do it. I just followed a basic recipe that I found at the Trim Healthy Mama Instant Pot group, which I think I talk about this again in the egg portion that I'm going to fill in right here in a few minutes. I'm going to throw a clip in about where I did the eggs. But anyway, it's a Trim Healthy Mama Instapot group. It's an unofficial group. I think it's manned by Keri, one of the Trim Healthy Mama bloggers over at A Healthy Milestone. If you haven't seen her blog, you should really check it out. And check that group out if you're not already a member. Lots of good techniques and recipes for Trim Healthy Mama in that group. So before I ramble too much, I'm going to get started with that chicken and show you how I do it. And hopefully it'll turn out right and I can get a hang of this Instant Pot and use it as much as everybody else does. Let's get in the kitchen. Okay, so here is a look at my Instant Pot. I know Instant Pots have been a huge thing over the last at least year, I know. But I just got one from Christmas from my wonderful sister-in-law, Mariah, and it is a mini, well, it's not a mini, but it's a 6-in-1 multi-use pressure cooker. It's only 5 quart, but it is a luxe one, so it has several buttons. It does not have the yogurt button, but that's okay. We're not huge yogurt people, so I don't think I'll miss that. Now, I did worry about it being too small, since it's only a 5 quart, but there are only 3 of us, and I think it's going to work out great. So I'm just super excited to have one and try it out and see if I actually get a lot of use out of it. It looks great on all the YouTube videos I've seen. I've done my water test. It came with a few bonus things, like a rice paddle, this scooper that I'm going to use right here to get my eggs out in a minute, a recipe book, a plastic measuring cup, and of course, you know, your basic instruction booklet and all that. So 5 quart Instapot, 6-in-1 multi-use programmable pressure cooker. I'm excited to get some use out of it and learn. I know I have a lot of learning to do. I've been trying to read over on the Trim Healthy Mama Instapot group. If you're not a part of that group, I will try and link the group below so you can, it's great to find out Trim Healthy Mama recipes to cook in your Instapot, and they give lots of helpful tips. So I've already did the water test, which they tell you to do when you start, which is just put 3 cups of water in, put it on steam for 2 minutes, and let it do a natural release, and I did all that. So now I have 6 eggs in there. I'm trying that because I think that is the go-to start for beginners like myself. So I have my ice bath. I set it on the, I put 6 eggs in there. I put the, let's see if I can get it to focus. On the, if it doesn't, I'm sorry, but on the egg function here, and it said I put it on 5 for the 6 eggs. Now it's been setting for 5 minutes, and I'm going to do the natural release because I think I'm supposed to do natural release in, and then I will put them in ice bath. And I think you have to be careful, but I'm going to use this to bump it, and you can see a lot of it's already come because it's not a big steam. Excuse me, guys. So now I'm going to let that release the rest of the steam, and then I'll put the eggs in here, and we're going to see how easily these babies peel. I'm excited about seeing that. Okay, guys, I'm going to open this and see what my eggs look like. I heard a couple of pops open away from me, because it still makes me a little bit nervous. Will it not? Is it not ready, or what? Open. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Well, not too bad. I see one has cracked a little bit. Maybe another one. I heard it popping when I first put it up and started building up pressure, and I thought I was going to have a mess in here. So I'm excited to know that I didn't. I'm just going to scoop these up. Yeah, that's the one that popped. It must have had a hairline crack or something. But I'm going to go ahead and stick these in the ice bath. I think it says 5 minutes. I've seen another hairline crack. But at least I don't have a mess. I thought maybe I was going to have poached eggs in the bottom of here. So I'm grateful that I don't. Let's see. I only did 6 because, you know, trial and error, and I thought I'd prep 6 boiled eggs and practice. So now it says to leave those for 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug my Instant Pot and let it cool off. I may do some more chicken. I think I got a ton of frozen chicken. I want to prep some shredded chicken for the, I'm going to go ahead and set this like this maybe. So how do I do it, guys? Do I just sit it over here and let it cool off? I guess I'll do that. Okay, and I will leave these in here. I got my timer on the oven set for 5 minutes. And I'll let these set, and then we're going to see how easily they peel. I'm still sick, you guys, and I'm having trouble concentrating on what I want to say next. So there are my It's actually 7 boiled eggs. We'll see how they peel in a minute. Alright guys, here's my first attempt at cooking my hard-boiled eggs in my new Instant Pot that I got for Christmas. I must say it was easy. Is it faster than boiling on the stove? I don't know, but I know that you don't have to watch the stove to make sure it doesn't boil out of water or anything like that. They did seem to peel easier. There's all the peelings. Even the one that I had, this one had a hairline crack in it, but it's peeled okay. And I think there was one other that had a small crack, but they peeled good. So, real happy with it. And my first learning experience with my new Instant Pot. The next thing I'm going to try is some shredded chicken. I don't know if I'll film that today, but that is part of my weekly meal prep, so maybe I will and see how that goes. And for this recipe, I just used it off of the suggestions in that Trim Healthy Mama Instant Pot Facebook group, which I said I'd try and link below. It was 5 minutes. I just used my egg timer. I put it on I pushed the egg button, hit 5, let it come to pressure. It cooked for 5 minutes. Then I let it naturally release for 5 minutes. Then I release pressure and then put them immediately into ice bath for 5 minutes, and they come out great. So, like I said, even the one that kind of busted in the Instant Pot still looks good, and I still use that. So, there you have it. My first easy beginner's recipe in the Instant Pot. Shells, pretty eggs. Okay guys, so I did my boiled eggs in the Instant Pot. Excuse me, horrible cough, y'all. Today, as I said earlier, it's been a lazy Sunday. We were all too sick to go to church. My husband has pneumonia. I've had the flu through Christmas, so we just didn't want to go to church and take a chance on spreading whatever germs we have left. So we stay home, and I've just been playing around with my Instant Pot, trying to learn about it and do a little bit of food prep. I showed you the boiled eggs, and now I'm just going to do some shredded chicken to put in the freezer for some easy meal prep for later in the week. So let me show you how I'm going to do that. Okay, so here's what I'm starting out with. This is just a 5-quart Instant Pot that I showed you earlier, the 6-in-1 Lux. I started out with a package of frozen chicken breasts, just like this. I have a freezer full because we went to our discount grocery store yesterday, and I found it for 25 cents a pound. It all goes out in early January, so they were trying to get rid of it. So it's all frozen. I went ahead and froze the rest of it, so it'll be good to go. So the package that I have in here is about 3.5 pounds. You can see I didn't thaw it completely, so I'm going to add a little bit of time. I've been trying to read on how to do frozen chicken breasts, so you can see that it's not, you can poke in there, but you can hear eyes. So anyway, I made sure not to fill it past my 2/3 line. And so this is about, I think there are 5 chicken breasts in there. End up being about 3.5 pounds. I put each about a half a tablespoon of onion powder, half a tablespoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of salt. Now you may need more salt, but I'm using, for my liquid, I'm going to use 2 or 2.5 cups of chicken bone broth that I've made in the slow cooker. I don't know, probably a couple months ago. It was in my freezer, so I just thawed it out. And now I'm probably going to put all of this in there. This is the 2nd cup. And then just going to add the rest of this. So it's about probably 2 1/4 cup of bone broth from chicken. May have been turkey from Thanksgiving, but I think it's chicken. So I just did that with my flavorings. I do not have a poultry button on here, so I'm just going to do it on manual. And this is just going to be shredded for tacos. So I'm going to get my lid. Shut my lid. Make sure my valve is set to seal. Alright, and then I'm going to say, let's see, I think they said do manual. I think I may try it for 30, since they are, or maybe 25, you think? Let's try 25 and see. We'll try it for 25, since they're a little bit frozen, and then I'll let it natural release and see. So, okay, so it's set for 25 on manual. It's going to build pressure now, and I will come back and show you what it looks like after, after it has release all the steam and I pull it out, and we'll see if 25 minutes was good enough and go from there. Hopefully I'll do that pack later. So here we go. Okay, so my chicken is done. It's been sitting on warm. It releases steam naturally. For 24 minutes, we have had just a rest. I was just resting. Still don't feel 100% myself, so I'm going to take it off. Watch out for steam. And oh yeah, it looks good. It looks like it's going to shred pretty good. I was worried about it since they were kind of frozen, not being done. But I think letting the steam... Ooh, it smells really good. If you remember, I didn't flavor it with anything spectacular. I just did garlic, onion powder, and salt. I'm just going to use this as shredded chicken in a dish later on. So when I get ready to mix it, I will mix it with more spices. Like if we use it for tacos, I'll use cumin and maybe more garlic powder or some of my homemade taco seasoning with chili powder and stuff like that. But now we're just going to take it out and put it in this bowl. Let me grab a spoon. I think you're right, that's dirty, so maybe. Oh, let's get this. Look at this. I need to so declutter that. Anyway, let's go back over here. I'm going to switch hands with the camera so that I can use my right hand and scoop this out. So, there they are. I'm anxious to see how the meat tastes in this Instant Pot, because I don't know if you guys notice it, but in the crock pot, meat has a weird texture to us, especially chicken. We're not huge fans of meat cooked in the crock pot, but so we have high hopes for this, because I've heard other people say the same thing. They don't like crock pot meat, and that this tastes different. So let me know, comment below if you think it tastes better. But I have high hopes for this, and like I said, I think it's going to shred. I think if I had another, oh yeah, it's going to shred up really good. So let me see if I can get a little bite of this. I'm not going to put that fork back in there, because like I said, I haven't been feeling good. Yeah. It's not too dry, and it doesn't really taste like crock pot chicken. So I'm excited to have the boys try it, because they don't like crock pot meat either. So, yeah, there's my chicken breast, my first try. There's a yummy bone broth that I added more flavor to in cooking. So I probably will do more chicken, and maybe I'll just use the same stock. We'll see. I'll strain it and get it out. So there's my first attempt at boiled shredded chicken. It tastes amazing. I think it's going to work out great. So I'm excited about my Instant Pot, and yeah, can't wait to see what else I use. Definitely going to do the other pack of chicken tonight and get my freezer stocked on shredded chicken. Alright, so the last prep I'm going to do is that other pack of chicken, which was over 3.5 pounds. They all fit nicely in my Instant Pot. You can see I added just a little bit of that leftover broth in here. Then I added garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and this time some cumin and chili powder, because this is going to be the salsa chicken that I'm going to do. So lastly, I'm just going to pour in some jar salsa and just pour that in over the top. I may save some of that to mix in afterwards. But there we have it. So I'm going to put the lid on it. And I'm going to put it on manual. And I'm going to do 25 minutes again, because it worked out good last time. And these are a little bit less thawed. I mean, a little less frozen. They're more thawed. So actually I may go down to 20 minutes and then let it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to try this at 20 minutes since they're thawed, and then I'll let it release its steam naturally and then set warm, and we'll see how it goes. I'll show you guys the picture of that. Here's my mess I have to clean up. I got to bag up that frozen chicken that I have from the first batch and get started on some edits for this video so I can get it up for you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll show you the finished product. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. Don't forget to prep for your week to be successful. Come back and see me. Bye-bye.